Okay, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to learn VS Code tips and tricks. These are some of the things that I have learned and I have picked up during my years as a software engineer. Just some tips that help you write the code more efficiently. So, no need to pay attention to what's on the screen right now. This code is really not useful for you right now. What you need to pay attention to is the keyboard combinations that will appear at the bottom. Let's start. The first one that I'm going to show you is how to move your cursor. So, if you normally press the arrow keys to the left or to the right, you move letter by letter. But if you press, let's say, Command plus arrow, like that, you will move to the end of the line. So Command plus arrow keys left or right, you move to the end of the line. Next is how to move word by word. So for example, in this line, you can see we have written here, create a random object for generating random numbers. So if we press Alt plus arrow, you will see that you move from word to word. This is a built-in function in VS Code, I believe. And you can also press Option and arrow keys on a Mac. So Alt plus or Option plus arrow keys, and you will move from word to word. So you can use this combination to quickly scroll around your code, and you can, then delete it. Next is how to delete an entire line. So let's say we want to delete this entire line. What you will mostly do is hold the backspace, but that is not what you should do. Now the shortcut for that is Command backspace. Now Command backspace will delete entire lines, as you can see. Boom, boom. You can also use Option and backspace, and that will only delete or backspace over one word. So you can do boom, 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 and you see we are removing one word by one word, and then you can write again more if you want to. So Command backspace will remove entire lines, and Option backspace will remove words. Now we are going to enter the VS Code special keys. So for that, please hold your Option key, and you can see with Option key, you can move the entire line up or down. This is very useful sometimes when you want to move one line of code up or down, only one. For example, what if we want to move the title up above the build? So we will do this, and then we can do it back down. This is very, very useful, and I use it a lot. You don't need to remember all these right now because I will be including a cheat sheet, which will be in the course material. So you can look at the cheat sheet, you can save it, and you can practice these on your own time. Next is something that is a bit unusual. Let's say, for example, if you have these lines, these two lines, and you want to write a number at the end of both of these lines, let's say 10 here and 10 here. Now, right now you have 10 lines. What if you had 5, 6, or 7 lines? You would have to go down there everywhere and write 10, 10. Here is my next trick. What you can do, let's just remove these first of all. What you can do is hold the Option key or the Alt key if you're on Windows. But we're on Mac right now, so we're going to press the Option key, and you can press the Option key and select multiple cursors. Now you see there, now we have cursors on multiple lines, so we can press whatever we want. And now it will be written everywhere. This is called multiple line editing with Option. And to remove it, to go back to one cursor, just press Escape, and it will go back to the cursor on the top. This is also a very useful trick that I use all the time. Now, let's say you don't want to click with your mouse on multiple places. So, you know how you can do this? You don't want to do that. So, how do you do it? Well, with keyboard, you can also move the cursor. So, hold Command and Option, or if you're on Windows, Control and Option, and now your cursor will now move down, and now you can write anything on any of the cursors. And to go back, always press the Escape key. The next useful trick is, let's say you want to find a number everywhere in a given file in VS Code. So right now we have this word called number. So what we're going to do is double click it, and it is going to highlight the word number everywhere. See? Isn't that cool? And finally, the one which is very, very common is most probably Control F or Command F is the one that I use most common. Press Command F and you can search for any word or any combination and you will find it. Let's find text. And there you see, it highlights the word text all over the file. Context, text, text. But here's the funny thing, it also highlights it in the scroll bar right here on the right side. So that's how you can quickly find out. Now, next, what we are going to do is we are going to download some extensions. And for the extensions, I'm going to open up a new project. So to show our extensions, I have created a new Flutter project very quickly, as you can see. So to get extensions, we are going to click on this icon, the one with the boxes right here. Hover over it and it says extensions. Click on it and you will see that we already have Dart and Flutter extensions. That is interesting. Just going to drag it out a little bit and you can see there are some icons as well. Now here are some of the extensions that I recommend that you get. So the first one is Material Icon Theme. But before we get this extension, I want to show you something. If we go over here in the Explorer section, you will see all these folders in our project. Now, let's click on the lib folder. You see, there is our main.dart file. You don't need to understand all this, but I'm just going to explain to you, this is a folder, but you didn't really know that, right? It's hard to understand that this really is a folder. That's where our extension helps us. So, search for Material Icon Theme. And get this one, the one by Philip Keefe. Click on it, install, press publisher, wait a few seconds and it will show up. Material icon theme, yes, selected. And there you have it. Now you have material icon theme selected. Let's go back to the Explorer. You see, now we have these beautiful icons and it makes it very, very easy for us to open and remember different folders. This is our Android folder. As you can see, it has that Android icon. It is our iOS folder. It has iOS on it. macOS has an Apple on it. Test has the test tube on it. So it just makes things very, very easy for us. So now let's open a main.dart file. This is just a random file. And let's say there's a mistake in this file. You see, I removed something and there is this red squiggly line. This is an error. You can also see it on the side, but such a big file, it's really hard to recognize. That's the problem we are going to fix with our next extension. So search for error lens. Select it, install it, trust publisher, error lens will be installed. Let's go back to our main.dart file. Aha! And you see, now our error is written next to our line in big bold words. And also, the whole line is now colored red. So, in very, very big, huge files, error lens makes it very easy to see our errors up front. We don't need to hover over them to find out what the error is. We can just see it written right there. So, how to fix it? Well, we need to add apostrophe and a comma, and it's done. But you don't need to remember this. Just remember, error lens helps us a lot. Next, we are going to change some settings. So, right now, if we look at this code, we see that we have a lot of brackets in our code. Now, we don't know which bracket is which, so let's fix that. Go to Code, Code menu on top, click Settings, go to Settings. In the top search bar, type Bracket Pair. Now, here they are some of the settings that we're going to change. Now, in the section Guides, Bracket Pairs, click the drop-down menu and select Active. Over here in the editor Guides, Bracket Pair Horizontal, this is already active. And leave everything else like this. Now, let's go back to our main.dart file. And you can see every time we select a bracket, now we have a line connecting it to its returning bracket. So you can see, and in the smaller ones, there's an underline. One addition I forgot was, let's say you have all these settings on VS Code, and now you have installed Cursor. And Cursor does not have all these settings. Well, when you first start, Cursor will actually show you the option to import the settings from VS Code. But let's say you forgot them. How can you import all these extensions and these settings to Cursor? Just open Cursor. Now, what you need to do is click on this toggle primary sidebar right here. This is the extensions icon. Click on it and you will see right here. Click to import all local VS Code extensions, right? You can do that. Or if this does not appear as well, you can go to Cursor Settings, Cursor Settings, go to General, and right here you will see Import Settings from VS Code. Let's do that because this one imports extensions, settings, everything. So click on Import, Confirm, wait, Success. And now you will see that all the extensions have been imported and all the settings have also been imported. So that is how you can use all your VS Code settings in Cursor. Remember, this one, toggle this one for terminal and toggle this one for actually chatting to the AI. Everything else is almost same. And that is really it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to create our first Flutter project. So, see you there.